So yeah, already we know what do you mean by planning. So planning is nothing but the first thing is determining the objectives. So after determining the objectives, what, how, whom, where, these questions has to be answered. So after answering these questions, then we have to play the strategy. After playing the strategy, what are the steps that we have to take? So planning is nothing but determining the objectives, how to achieve the organization goals. The first one is setting the, so here I am taking the example of managing project to launch a new mobile application. So here I am taking an example of launching a new mobile application. So for this, these four principles or these four functions, how we can briefly explain this. So in the first thing, the first is setting the objectives. So what is my objective? To launch a new mobile application which is user friendly. So this is my objective. So after defining the objective, what is the second one? Strategy. So here strategy is nothing but which audience I have to target, that is target audience. Then preferences. So here we have to take into the consideration of what the preferences of my customers or what the taste and habits of my customers. Of taking into this competitors offering, is there any mobile application that is already existing in the market? If yes, so what is the new feature that has to be added? If there is no application like that, then what the different features can be added and how compatibly the user can use it, right? So here the strategy. So here conducting marketing research. So whom has to target? That is target audience. Who are my target? Then what are their preferences? What are their taste? What are their habits? And competitors offerings. So after strategy has been planned, what are the steps that we have to take while designing your application? The first one is project milestones. So after such as app design. So what are the different softwares or what are the different coding techniques that you have to use in development, and what are the different testing like white box or like black box, whatever. And marketing strategies means which media platforms you have to use, what type of visuals you have to use, and what type of advertisement campaigns you have to use. So these all comes under like marketing strategies. And creating a timeline for each phase. So suppose you are going with like app design. So app design should be completed in 1 month or like 1 week. So for each and every perspective, for each and every criteria, we should have some timeline. So without timeline, the objective cannot be reached. So planning is nothing but determining the objectives to achieve the organizational goals. The first one is objectives, strategy and steps. And coming to the next one, organizing. So here organizing is nothing but like the tasks and responsibilities should be allocated to different persons depending on their skills and depending on their compatibility. So coming to here, the first one is resources. So how you are dividing your resources? So first one is allocating budget. So how much of budget we want to go for the new mobile application. Next one is what type of technology and infrastructure we have to use. If there is no technology, then we have to purchase that. If there is no infrastructure, so we have to like purchase and maybe take for lease, whatever. So here budget, it plays a very important role. So after that, what type of technology you are using, what type of infrastructure we are using, and human resources. So human resources is nothing but which type of workers we need to develop that particular software, that is mobile application. So developers, designers, testers and marketers. So here developers is nothing but who is directly involving in developing the mobile application like coding and decoding, whatever. And designers, testers. So after the application or software has been developed, so these are the persons who will test that particular application, whether it is user compatibility or not, so whether it is user friendly or not, whether it is working or not. So these all are done by testers and marketers. So first one is resources and next one is task. So here task is nothing but how the different tasks, roles and responsibilities are like assigned to team members, or maybe you can say that workers. So such as like UI. UI is nothing but user interface. front end and back end. So here there are two types of people who are involved in any of the organization, most probably like software applications. So there is like front end people and back end people. So depending on their skills, depending on their experience, depending on their qualification, we have to divide the task and we have to give them specific responsibility who can fulfill them. Quality assurance, testing and promotional activities. So this is the second one in organizing. And last one is roles. So here different types of roles are there in each and every department. So depending on the particular employee's capability, we have to give that particular role to that particular employee. So here designating project manager. So here we are talking regarding a mobile application, right? So here compulsory we need team members, project manager, team manager, project head. So these are the different roles. So these roles has to be assigned to which employee to the employee who is very skilled and compatible with that position and who is capable to perform that particular task. So organizing is nothing but allocating resources, tasks and responsibilities to different types of people who are deserved to do that. So here the first one is resources, tasks and last is roles. And coming to the third one, that is leading. So leading is nothing but showing direction or path to the people or like subordinates. So here leading is, the first one is inspiring, motivating and resolving. So here leading is nothing but, here the person, the manager or the leader is showing the path to the employees. If you select this path or direction, then only it is possible to achieve the organization goals. The first one is inspiring. So how the leader can inspire? So here communicating the vision to the employees. If the employees don't know what to do at that particular time, it is very difficult to achieve the organization objectives. So here communicating the vision of the project, emphasizing its significance. This means what is the importance of the project, it should be clearly understandable to the employees, or we can say that it should be clearly communicated to the employees with the manager. And highlighting potential impact of a successful launch. So how we can achieve this, how we can launch a new product, how this mobile application can be done in an efficient way. So he is the person who is showing the direction and path how to achieve this in a 100% efficient way. And the second is motivating. So here motivating is nothing but it can be like of two types, whether it can be a monetary or whether it can be non-monetary. So while coming to here, recognizing and rewarding team members. How you can recognize? So there are like two types of employees in the organization. The people are like very hard worker. So if the hard worker employee is not recognized, in the next level he will be demotivated and he will not work hard when compared to the first project. So rewarding and recognizing each and every employee and providing constructive feedback. Suppose there is a person who is like very hard worker and there is a person that like person 2 is not that much of hard working. So we have to call the person 1 and we have to praise him in front of person 2. You are very good hard worker. So if you do this, maybe in the next you will get the promotion like that. And coming to the person 2, so we have to call him and again we have to give the feedback that you are not hardworking. So in the next project or maybe in next month you will be fired if the work is going on like the same scenarios. Means constructive feedback means for each and every time we should be closely monitor each and every employee and depending on that feedback should be given to each and every employee. So this will give him a motivation. And offering support when challenges arise. So here challenges is nothing but, so when we are like working on a project, so depending on like customers, so customers habits, preferences are changing depending on the external environment. So depending on that there are like different challenges that we have to face. So we have to be ready to face the challenges. So here it is motivating. And last one is resolving conflict. So here conflict is nothing but there may be like misunderstanding among the employees or maybe misunderstanding among the manager and employees. So here the manager has to play a very important role how to resolve this conflicts, like how the misunderstanding can be like demolished. So here addressing disagreements or misunderstanding among team members or maybe among the employees or maybe among manager and employees promptly and facilitating open communication. So here he has to identify what is the root cause of this conflict. After identifying the root cause, then the conflict has to be openly resolved. So here leading is nothing but leadership qualities. So here inspiring, motivating and resolving conflicts are the three important components of leading. And the last one is controlling. So controlling is nothing but monitoring each and every employee.